Hello, USFL fans. Well, the Friday night game is in the books. Jim Turner, welcome to being a full-time head coach. Now that Ken Wisenhunt is no longer with us, which is a big blow for Memphis and a big blow for this league. I'm sorry it is. When Wisenhunt there was a big difference how this team played. He's gone again, and you see a total decline in how they performed last night. Michigan wins the Friday night game 27-9. And truth be told, the game was not as close as the score indicated. Memphis got two early mistakes. One, a botched punt attempt by the Michigan Panthers, which they scored on the off of Prince, ran for a 3-yard score. A 2-point conversion by E.J. Pale failed. On another drive, another turnover, McCoughlin kicked a 52-yard field goal. And that was all the scoring Memphis got based on mistakes by Michigan. Otherwise, they probably don't score in this game whatsoever. We're not going to go into a lot of this game. This game was terrible. Total offense was 360 and 150 in favor of Michigan. Pass yards, Michigan had more than double. Rush yards, they had more than double on Memphis. 19-11 in first downs in favor of Michigan. Memphis was 1 for 10 on third downs. Michigan was 4 for 11. Time of possession, 33-27 in favor of Michigan. Both teams had 2 turnovers. This was just an ugly game. As 9,600 people came to see this game at Ford Field, a decrease of about just 1,400 from the week before. The Pistons don't play till today, everyone. NBA playoffs first round is start today. And the Red Wings are not in the playoffs, so I'm hoping the rating was a lot better, but being this game was so terrible to the point where I had to wake myself up to finish watching this game. And once again, I'm looking for E.J. Perry to prove me wrong, but he was 8 for 16 and 74 yards and an interception. Troy Williams is no better, 4 for 8 for 13 yards. I don't know, A.J. McCarron's still out there, and A.J. McCarron has been in both these quarterbacks. I'm starting to think that the UFL blackballed A.J. McCarron. I'm sorry, you cannot tell me A.J. McCarron is not better than these two guys on Memphis. I said it last year. I'm not losing sleep as a defensive coordinator on how to figure out how to stop E.J. Perry. He had a pretty good game against the DC Defenders. It looked okay last week, but meanwhile, Bryce Perkins, 15 to 22, 200 yards, two touchdowns. Got the job done. He didn't need to do much. The Memphis didn't put up much of a fight. Nate McCrary had 60 yards and rushing, led the team for Michigan, including a 19-yard touchdown run. And as a result, Michigan is now 3-1, with the only loss being to who else? The Birmingham Stallions. And Memphis is now 0-4, which is bad for Memphis, bad for the league. And the fact that we probably are going to have 2 0-4 teams at the end of week 4, this is not what you want for this league. It isn't, folks. I'm sorry. As much as I want my defeated defenders to beat San Antonio, and I do, having 2 0-4 teams in an 8-team league is not good. Now, it doesn't get any easier for Memphis. They go on a road to play the Birmingham Stallions. And as for the Michigan Panthers, they'll be in St. Louis to play the Battlehawks next week, which that's going to be a good game. That's going to be a good game. But thank goodness we have 2 games today, a doubleheader. Well, we had a doubleheader. We have a what we call in baseball a twilight doubleheader. We have a game at 12:30 and another game at 7 o'clock today. The first game, to me, the game of the week, the one I'm looking forward to, and thank goodness I'll be home for the most part, the St. Louis Battlehawks and the Arlington Renegades at Choctaw Stadium. Both teams looking to rebound after last week. St. Louis lost another big game, and Arlington really let one get away. Arlington should be 3-0. So that is the game of the week. I'm looking forward to that game. And of course, the nightcap, Birmingham at Houston, because Birmingham can't play offense to save their life this year for some reason. Well, there's no running game, and Houston's defense is playing good. Even though Birmingham, I think, will win that game, this game will be a lot closer than I think people give credit for. Okay, questions and comments down below. What your opinion like to know? What did you think about last night's game? Did you need a cup of coffee like I did to wake yourself up? I'm assuming today's games will be better, especially the first one. And for the love of football, we'll talk to you later.